Diddy's bail deny care DGI Jab Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson ni court main Cassie Co BJ Gay
that
Diddy
nearly
Key,
every celebrity in the world has been to his homes or has been to his events.
But clearly he was doing it for his own jollies too. There was something sick about it.
She said there were more than 100 people at that party, including at least 4 celebrities. But this, what you're talking about now, was a threesome, and that's something that the U.S. Attorney even referenced.
Hi. Allegations, Kimutabik, Diddy Miners Key, Say Ath Abuse are U.S. President's Co. Blackmail, Karai, Ray Hain. Yeah, Kasten Ba. Dinner Serious, Hoda J. Raha Hai. 2016 Minek Hotel Altercation, Kibead, Diddy and Cassie Co. Text Bija, call me. The cops are here. I got 6 kids, yo, please call, I'm surrounded. You're going to abandon me all alone. Security footage, Mean Diddy Co, Cassie Co, Mar Tehu, Dikaya Gayathaye, Gayatha. Court mean, yeah, Sab Sabut, San Rake Gay Hain. Is Key Ilawe, Diddy RX Abercrombie, Fitch CO Mike Jeffries, Kiapar sex trafficking, ring shilling she allegations Hain. FBI and raids Kitaran Diddy, California, are Florida, key mansions, seize guns, are by evidence recover, key mansions, seize guns, are by evidence recover Kia. Abi Tak 200C, Ziada Log Diddy, key against Gawai Dean Kile, Sam A. Hain. Temzi are FBI, key payas leaked videos are tapes Hanjo allegedly minors key Sayath Diddy key illegal acts decading. In tapes me and Kuche list celebrities by Shamil Hain, Jizmi Eek name Justin Bieber K, Leah Jaw High.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up. I hit rock bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it, I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Diddy Key Apney Log, Jason KX Bodyguard, Gandil, Abonke Kilafo, Rahe Hain, Kianki Wo Jante Hain, Kianki Wo Jante Hain Kie, and Karib High. Yeah, allegations serve Hollywood Tak Simet Nahi Hain. Reports Ki Mutabik, Diddy Key ties, political leaders, are celebrities Ki Sayat Hain, are Agar Diddy Gerda High to Kbade Nam, Anke Sath Expose Hong.
That nearly every celebrity in the world has been to his homes or has been to his events.
Stop by. It's an invitation to all of America. I'm only joking. No, I wouldn't do that if I was you.
Just because you've been to Diddy's home or been to his parties does not mean that you are complicit in criminal activity. Now, does it mean that we may see celebrities come up on video footage from his home or in photos? All that evidence you would imagine will be presented in court if and when there is a trial. It's that question of everyone knew, but what did they know? And with Diddy, here's what I have pointed out, what I'll say. Not a single celebrity has come out to defend Diddy. Not one.
Combs has pleaded not guilty. And now we're learning more details about the raid that went down here at Diddy's 17,000 square foot, $61.5 million mansion. Prosecutors revealed they actually found 6 guns in his California and Florida mansions.
Diddy's bail denied care DGI Jab Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson ni court main Cassie Co BJ Gay Diddy Key text messages expose Kai. Allegations, Kimutabik, Diddy Miners Key, Say Ath Abuse are U.S. President's co-blackmail Ray Hain. Yeah, Kasten Ba. Dinner Serious Hora J Raha Hai. 2016 Minek Hotel Altercation Kibea Diddy and Cassie Co Text Bija.
The former boss of the fashion giant Abercrombie & Fitch and his British partner have been arrested on charges of running a prostitution and international sex trafficking business following a 2-year-long BBC investigation. The FBI began looking into the claims that Mike Jeffries and his partner Matthew Smith sexually exploited and abused men at events they hosted in their New York residences and hotels around the world. Lawyers for both men and a third man who's been arrested have previously denied any wrongdoing. They'll appear in court on Friday. Rihanna Croxford broke the story that led to the FBI's initial investigation. Here's her report.
Mike Jeffries, the mogul behind a global fashion brand. His vision made billions for Abercrombie & Fitch. He's now facing criminal charges.
To anyone who thinks they can exploit and coerce others by using the so-called casting couch system, this case should serve as a warning. Prepare to trade that couch for a bed in federal prison.
The Diddy key tactics mean drugging, blackmailing, our violent Shamil, the Arab Unke record FBI Kai custody me and high. Judge Nabil deny Kardiwakt Keha K Diddy victims co-silence Karen K Lai Cooch by Kar Sakti Hain. Yeah, K surf ek person K surf ek person K laf nahi bulky power our corruption.
I subscribe to the idea that places have memory. I think there's something real to that. That's why
it does feel that way, actually.
Yeah. I'm sure if you go to Diddy's house, it probably feels real weird. It probably feels weird walking around that house. You're probably like, what the fuck happened here?
Yeah.
I bet there's some memories in that house. You know?
Sounds rough, man.
Well, it's just amazing how many people in the Diddy party list that are supporting Kamala.
Yeah, seriously. It's like insane.
Publicly, openly, all in.
Yes. It's like J-Lo was like his ex-girlfriend. and it's like now deciding she's like warning people against Trump. I'm like, well, wait a second. So how many people did she warn against Diddy?
Right.
Oh, 0. Okay. Right. Well, maybe we shouldn't trust her opinion.
Did you see the Babylon Bees take on it? Did you see the Babylon Bees?
Babylon Bees awesome, but
oh my God, they're so on fire because the left can't say anything. Well, the Onion has been crippled.
Well, the problem is that like
find that post.
The woke ideology makes like humor illegal.
Yes.
So when like there's so many humor no-fly zones,
right?
You can't make fun of anything.
Yeah. The Babylon Bee had a thing about Kamala Harris. Diddy's ex-girlfriend urges Americans to trust her judgment. Yeah. By the way, you get to see how bad an actress she is, too. That speech was terrible.
Like if she's going to be warning people, why did she never warn anyone about Diddy?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The whole thing is so strange to watch play out. It seems like the Diddy thing was like an Epstein-type compromise deal, where whether he was doing it himself. Conceivably, people want to think that he's attached to some intelligence agency or something like that. I think he's a gangster who made $1 billion and knew how to control people by compromising them. That's what I think. Whether or not he had help, I don't know. Whether or not he shared some of that information with people so they knew they had compromising stuff on people, I don't know. But clearly he was doing it for his own jollies too. There was something sick about it.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that people in the music industry, entertainment industry, had to know that Diddy was like kids basically, and yet they still fed him kids. And like, where's the accountability?
There had to be rumors. There had to be.
They had to know.
Yeah,
they had to know.
Cat Williams was talking about it on
exactly.
Yeah, on that podcast.
But like who's feeding him the kids? You know.
Right. Yeah, and what videos do they have of these people where they're willing to defend him, when they're willing to keep quiet about all this? Like how many people were compromised?
Yeah.
The whole thing is fucking crazy.
Crazy.
It's just crazy when you know, because the nutty conspiracy theories is like, oh, there's a bunch of pedophiles in Hollywood, and you're like, come on, that sounds too kooky. And then you see like the Nickelodeon thing and all these, and you're like, what the fuck? How much of this is real?
There's a lot more real than I think people realize.
Yeah.
I mean, part of it is like you say, like where, if someone's like a pedophile, they're going to go for a target-rich environment.
Right.
Obviously.
Like that Jimmy Savile guy from the UK.
Man, that guy was some next level. That was next level. And the BBC tried to hide that. That guy was one of the worst, like basically child rapists of all time.
Of all time.
Of all time.
Yeah. And looked like one.
He looked like one.
That's what's
honestly,
crazy.
if you had a poster of does this guy look like a...
Look, the creepiest
evil
guy.
Evil child rapist. That 100%.
Made it to the grave. Like,
yes.
Got away with it.
Yes.
Got away with it till he died. They hid it from people until he died.
Yes.
Yeah, that stuff's real, and no one wants to believe that stuff's real.
Cops are here. I got 6 kids. Yo, please call. I'm surrounded. You're going to abandon me all alone. Security footage. Mean Diddy ko Cassie ko Mar Tehu Dikaya Gaya Thaye Dayatha. Court mean. Yeah, Sab Sabut. San Rake Gay Hain. Is Key Ilawe. Diddy RX Abercrombie, Fitch CO Mike Jeffries, Kiapar sex trafficking, ring shilling she allegations Hain. FBI and raids get around Diddy California, our Florida, key mansions, seize guns.
And those statements include descriptions of what the witness says he saw on those tapes. So I asked him about that, and he answered what he could, given the limitations imposed on him after testifying before the grand jury. Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
2 males. And of those 8 celebrities, how many of them were intoxicated or under the influence of drugs?
This is going to be all speculation. I just want to preface it by he wouldn't know if they were. Right.
Sure.
Appeared to
Let
be.
me rephrase it.
Based on, yes.
Understand. Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appeared to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence of drugs?
All of them. All of them.
Out of those 8, how many appear to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimizing?
I think all, to be honest, all.
Were victims
They victims.
Or were perpetrating?
Victims.
They were all 8 were victimized,
Yeah.
meaning this was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right. Not knowing, I guess, how much proof it was in it, what they was doing.
And of those 8, how many seemed to be potentially minors?
2 to 3, possibly 3.
Are by evidence recover key mansions, seize guns are by evidence recover Kia. Abi Tak 200C Ziada Log Diddy Key against Gawai Dean Kile Sam A. Hain. Temzi are FBI key payas leaked videos are tapes Hanjo allegedly minors key Sayath Diddy key illegal acts decading. In tapes Moon Kuche list celebrities by Shamil Hain.
And I want to start with Tania Wallace, who claims she's been at a freak off and said she saw children, and it was hard for her to say it.
It was very hard for her to say it, Ashley. So what she said was that she was flown out from LA to Miami by the Saudi prince. And they ended up eventually on Star Island at one of Diddy's parties. She says, you know, among many other things, I mean, she goes into detail. This, she says, happened in 2018. She says that she walked into the house and there was a cluster of adults around what she described as little people. And they were dressed up as Japanese Barbies. I forgot the name. It's Harak something. You can help me out here. It's a certain type of Barbie. Anyway.
I know the name, but I've forgotten it. But go ahead.
So she explained that that they were just clustered around these little people, and I kept pushing her, and she eventually said, look, they are little people who should not be at an adult party. And I pushed her, and it was apparent what she was saying is they were minors. Now, she didn't see anything specific that was going on with them. other than that adults were kind of huddled around them. But she told just a wild story about what was going on at the house, even at 7 in the morning, that this thing apparently raged all night long.
You know, it's amazing. TMZ always gets such great scoops, and this one might be one of your best as well. You got a hold of one of the freak-off tapes. Your producers have seen it. The description is, and I'll quote, "It's directed by Diddy
Justin
himself."
Bieber K, Leah Jaw, Hi. Diddy Ki Apni Log, Jason K ex bodyguard, Gan Deal, Album K Kilafo, Rahe Hain, Kianki Wo Jante Hain, Kianki Wo Jante Hain Kie, and Karib High. Yeah, allegations Surf Hollywood Tak Simet Nahi Hain, reports Ki Mutabik, Diddy Ki Ties, political leader.
And a male sex worker really sort of walks through what happened in the experiences that he had. They didn't sound illegal, but they sure seem to comport with a lot of the other stories that have been told.
Yeah. So this was a threesome. What you would ask me about earlier about Tania Wallace, she said there were more than 100 people at that party, including at least 4 celebrities. But what you're talking about now was a threesome, and that's something that the U.S. attorney even referenced. And his lawyer in an earlier documentary we did, he was describing threesomes. He says it was all consensual. So yes, what we're told is that this male sex worker was flown out to various locations over a couple of years, Miami, New York, Los Angeles, and one other. And they would meet in hotel rooms, and Diddy would often watch as he would have sex with this woman who was associated with Diddy. So that seems to be what the feds are looking at right now in terms of alleged sex trafficking, if they are transporting somebody and perhaps paying them to cross state lines. That could end up being part of sex trafficking. Now, we know that this guy got a subpoena, and he ended up not testifying before the grand jury, but talking to prosecutors, and we're told that he left that tape with them.
And in fact, if he was transported, if he was even consensual in that setup, you're right, that is sex trafficking. It's classic federal crime to cross state lines for the purpose of selling sex. But it also comports just with the description of many of the other incidents that did sound illegal, where there was, heavy intoxication involved.
Diddy's bail deny care, Digai High, Jab Assistant, U.S. Attorney, Emily Johnson, Nee Court, Maine, Cassie Ko, BJ Gade, Diddy Key, text messages expose Kai. Allegations, Kimutabik, Diddy Miners Key, Say Ath Abuse, are U.S. President's Co, Blackmail, Karai, Ray Hain. Yeah, Kasten Ba. Dinner.
We intend to name people in these lawsuits. We're not going to do it in interviews. We're not going to do it, without doing our due diligence, because obviously, these types of allegations are very hurtful to people if they're not true, and very hurtful, frankly, if they are true. But if they're true, you shouldn't have been in the room and you shouldn't have been participating. So I anticipate that we're going to start filing lawsuits, and it may not be big names at first, but we have a long list of names. And you might imagine in situations like this, that when a victim tells us that this person was in the room or this person participated, we want to do as much due diligence as humanly possible before we file that case, because in the United States, in almost every state, public filings are in fact public, and when you name somebody in a lawsuit, the press is going to pick it up, and we're aware of that. So we're going to make sure that we dot our I's and cross our T's, and I expect that there will be some people named in these lawsuits that will raise some eyebrows.
Our celebrities Ki Sayat Hain, our Agar Diddy Gerda Hai to K-Bade Nam, Unke Saf, Expose Hong. Diddy Ki Tactics mean drugging, blackmailing, our violence Shamil the our Ab Unke record FBI Kai Custody Mean High. Judge Nabil, deny Kardiwakt Keha K Diddy victims, co-silence Karen K Lai Cooch by Kar Sakti Hain. Yeah, K Surf Ek Person K Surf Ek Person K Laf Nahi Balki Power Our Corruption, KE Bara Network exposed.
The wall of silence has now been broken, and victims are coming forward. Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us, with people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs. After vetting, we now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs, as well as claims against many other individuals and entities that we will name as defendants as we file these individual cases. They fear backlash in their communities. They fear backlash in their own families. They are afraid of retaliation from the perpetrators and their associates. They are rightly afraid for their own personal safety. I expect that through this process, many powerful people will be exposed. Many dirty secrets will be revealed. We know what we are potentially up against. And this is always the case in situations like this when a celebrity is involved. That being said, as stated, we are vetting every call that we receive. We have had to turn away some. For each, we ask for corroboration. For each, we ask for the identity of witnesses. We also have collected pictures, videos, texts. We check venues, we check dates. We want to corroborate that the claims being made have legitimacy and merit. We have on staff now a former detective from the Major Offenders Unit of Houston Police Department who is helping us vet their 60 males and 60 females who have joined us to pursue these claims as plaintiffs. In this group, 62% identify as African American, 30% are white, and the remainder are Hispanic or Asian. The victims are from more than 25 states. The majority are from California, New York, Georgia, and Florida. I want to focus on these victims. We talk about the ages of the victims when the conduct occurred. It's shocking. Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old. We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs in these cases were minors at the time of the acts complained of. The time frame of the acts complained of is very wide. The conduct at issue spans from the years 1991 all the way till this year, 2024. If you wonder why there are so many alleged victims, that's your answer. We're talking about more than 25 years of this type of conduct.
Our serious Hora J Raha Hai 2016 Minek Hotel altercation Kibeya Diddy and Cassie code text Bija, call me. The cops are here. I got 6 kids. Yo, please call. I'm surrounded. You're going to abandon me all alone. Security footage. Mean Diddy ko Cassie ko Mar Tehu Dikaya Gaya Thaye Dayatha. Court mean. Yeah, Sab Sabu.
Oh, Diddy Bill being denied for a second time?
Bruh, if you look at and you read the indictment and you read what the judge said, the first judge said that you knew in March when they did the raid in your house, correct me if I'm wrong again, when they did a raid on his house, he knew that he had to go into court sometimes, right? He knew he had to go to court sometimes. It was gonna be a time you gotta go in court. What was he doing during that period of time? Still going to a few little places, party and stuff like that. I ain't telling the man, how to run his life and everything like that. But steady using drugs. Even when the feds caught them, they caught drugs on his person and drugs in his room. Right? So now, he goes in front of the first judge. The judge was like, yo, your lawyers can't handle you. You had plenty enough time to clean yourself up and start doing the right thing. So, I can't give you bail. You sitting up here, you done made 100 and some calls to this one girl that could be a potential witness. They said that you done blew up somebody's car. What I look like giving you a bail? So now what people don't understand, why would their lawyer go to another judge? Which is crazy to me. They think another judge is gonna give them bail because they said, I'm gonna give you 50 million, 100 million, all like that. No, they not gonna fight against each other when none of your circumstances had changed the first time. Your first bail, you show that you ain't do nothing, and you still had the ability to be threatening to witnesses. You still drugged out of your mind. And I think they said they may have found pink cocaine. I told you cocaine is a hell of a drug, bro. It done brought a lot of people down. A lot of people down. And I don't give a F, but I feel sorry for somebody I know that didn't use drugs. And now he losing his whole empire. And it's got to do with who he is as a person, but them drugs sure changed him and effed him up. Because he thought that those people was gonna give him bail because he was rich. Nah, a lot of rich people still go to jail. Not like we do, but they still go to jail, especially when they got them like that. And the attention, the bad press and the bad attention that he's been.
Gay Hain is Key Islaware, Diddy RX Abercrombie, Fitch CO Mike Jeffries, Kia Par sex trafficking, ring Shalane Chi allegations Hain. FBI and raids Kitaran Diddy, California, are Florida, Key Mansions, seized guns are by evidence recover, Key Mansions, seized guns are by evidence recover Kia.
The friends he have and nobody came out.
They brand. It's all about the money. They saw what he did to Cassie. With the kicking, the punching. They saw what they did to Cassie. They know that nobody in America liked that. So now, these people are represented by a brand. Whether it's something about the music, clothing, movies, they not gonna come out and speak on nothing that has anything to do with them, and they praying that they not on the tape doing crazy stuff, being oiled up in the whole 9 yards. They praying. So until the feds say, hey, yo, listen here. We got you on, hey buddy, we got you on this tape, and girl looked like she was pretty young. We're not gonna show it, but we need you to come and testify against Brother Love, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, you know, Sean Combs. That's when they're gonna start talking. And they're not gonna be talking in his favor. When the feds come to them and show them what they got on tape, because if he had 250 tapes all over, 250 cameras all over the house, somebody got caught stealing a cookie out the cookie jar. It could be your favorite pastor. It could be your favorite politician. But they didn't think they was being watched. And Brother Love was watching.
Yeah, I mean, TD Jakes, he haven't even came out and said anything. And him and Diddy was real cool.
Amen. Amen. Yeah, man. And I know the people in the congregation over there is shaking in their boots because this man then led them probably, allegedly led them to damnation, because those people's hearts are gonna be broken if that man is seen on those tapes doing anything. Because people always put their faith in the pastor instead of putting their faith in God. And what they need to do is understand that he's just a man.
Tak 200C Ziada Log Diddy Key against Gawai Dean Kile Sam A. Hain. Temzi or FBI key payas leaked videos or tapes hanjo allegedly minors key sayath Diddy key illegal acts decading. In tapes me and Kuche list celebrity.
It's the #1 cause of death statistically in the prison system. In order for him to get on suicide watch, he just can't say, I'm gonna commit suicide. You know, that helps. But he has to go through he has to have a psych evaluation. He has to, the correction officer, they had to monitor him and see what he has, we've been doing. Has he been crying all night? Those are some of the criterias. Saying that you're gonna commit suicide, crying all night, doing some kind of self-mutilation or trying to harm yourself, because everybody think because you were on suicide watch, you're in a good situation. Once they put you in suicide watch, bruh, you gotta go to a cell, like a padded cell, by yourself with very little or no clothes on. You understand what I'm saying? So that suicide watch, when I heard it didn't, I wasn't surprised. Somebody who lived in mansions, travel all over the world, somebody who could go into any hotel, have any and everything at his beck and call. Now he's in a room that's a 10 by 10, if that, a cell. Bruh, if he was gonna commit suicide and he was on the outside during those city college days, just imagine what he's gonna do.